Hi everyone, it's Di here from Diane and welcome to another video. This week we're going to make right side flat card. Now this is the right side and it's a flat card. Now I've done this card 3 times with 3 different approaches. This was my original one and this to me is too small. This piece here is way too small and this side is too small too. So when I did the next one, this didn't look too bad with that. I did the same size here, but I made this bigger and this was just too small here. It just looked wrong to me. So I did this one, and this one, the flat is too big. So the one we're going to do and the one that is in the tutorial will be in between these 2 sizes. So this is a 4x4 and this is a 3x3 if I remember rightly. Yep. And that's a 4x4. Yep. So it's going to be a 3.5 by 3.5. And it's going to be this width here because I found that width better. This one which stands up, it stands up. This one stands up much better. That's width there. So that's what we're going to do. So let me show you what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using a new set that's in the mini catalogue called Kindest Gnomes, and the paper, the DSP comes out with some gnomes on it, and I've actually cut my gnome which looks a bit like this one here. I've cut him out of the paper, but I'm going to be using Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and warm wishes for it. So, and it comes with these beautiful dies, which is for all of the 4 gnomes, plus the mushroom, and then enough to make a gnome on his own, and a bit of grass. So that's what we're going to be using. But I've actually cut my gnome out already. I'm also using the gnome paper that goes with it, which is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, it looks so Christmassy. On the back it's all stars. So we're going to be using this side, and we're going to be doing our card, let me pop that back straight, in Night of Navy. So here's my little gnome. I cut him out the corner of my card, and he's in a lighter blue. But I just thought he looked so beautiful, so that's what we're going to do. Now I've already done my little tag for my go on the front that says Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I was a bit drunk, I think. That doesn't look quite straight now. And I did it as a funny kind of, I did it more like an arrow for a change, and I used my pick a punch here. So I used one end and then the other end for the other one. So that's what I'm using, what I've done there. So I've already done that bit so that we can work on the card itself. So that's my tag, and there's my little gnome. So I will show you what you need for the actual card. Now the actual card is not too bad. It's a piece that measures 5 7/8 by 6 1/4. 3/4, sorry, 6 3/4. For the outside left side, we need a piece that measures 5 5/8 by 2 3/8 and 5 3/8 by 2 1/8. For my right side, we need a piece that measures 4.5 by 3.5, a piece that measures 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and a piece that measures 3 by 3. That looks a bit rough on that end. Let me just trim that there. That's better. And then for our insert, we need a piece that measures 5 5/8 by 3 7/8 and 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. So that's all the pieces we're going to need, and it's not a real lot, so let's pop them on the side and we will start. We're going to score our main piece of card, which is the piece that measures 5 7/8, which is the height, by 6 3/4. On the 6 3/4 side, with our stylus, with the small ball, we're going to score this at 4 1/8. And that's all the, well, that's not all the scoring we're going to do. So let's pop that one on one side and we'll do the other piece of scoring, which is our right front piece that measures 3.5 by 4.5, and we're going to score that at the 3.5 inch mark. And that's all our scoring. So let's pop that piece back over there, and pop this over here, and bring in our card. A yucky piece of card there, look at that. If you're like me and you get a yucky piece, just make sure that you actually use your bone folder just to go over it, and you can see that it's now gone away quite nicely. So we're going to burnish, fold and burnish that piece. Oh, it should be on the left hand side like so. So with that on the left hand side, we're going to pop our pieces onto our left hand side of our card. Now if you're like me and you've got a directional paper, don't forget your direction needs to be portrait. So if it's like this side, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to pop these two pieces together. And pop them onto the left hand side of our card. Isn't that gorgeous paper? Isn't that just gorgeous, that paper? It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so for our inside, what we're going to do is we need to actually fold and burnish our right front piece, and we're going to glue that roughly to the middle there of our other piece. So you can either mark in there or you can just eyeball it, and I'm just going to eyeball it. So I'm going to pop some glue on this tab here. And pop it onto the right hand side of our card, making sure it's quite as even as you can get it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the better it is, the closer it is better. But you need it so that it will actually fold over that piece nicely. So don't pop it right on that line there, on that score line. And then we can pop this piece into the inside of our card. This is our insert piece. Now we're popping this in before we do our writing and for the our inside message, for the simple fact that if you've got a large message stamp or you want to put other images in there, you need to be able to pop it underneath this panel, because you don't want it sticking out here on this side here. So roughly where it's going to go there is fine if that's what you want to do. Mine is very little, it just says warm wishes, and I'm going to do that in Night of Navy. So I will actually do that now, and because it's chilly today, I'm going to just pop this on one side to dry for a few minutes, because it's taken a little bit longer to dry today. So while that's drying there, and I know that's going to be covered up, I'm going to pop that on one side just for a moment, and we'll close our card over and we can pop our layers onto the front here. Now once again, if you've got a directional paper, this is 3 by 3, so at this stage it really doesn't matter when you cut it out, but when you put it on here you've got to make sure that you put it around the correct way. This is a very quick and easy card actually. It's not even what you would call takes a lot of time, and this is a card that will be very easy to upscale to a bigger size if you wanted to. I'm going to pop that onto the front, and I do think that that size definitely works better than any of the others that I've used so far. But while that's done, this will be dry enough now, so I'll pop this onto the inside. if you heard that. So this is our insert, all inside our card. You could add more things in here if you wanted to, but I just wanted to keep mine fairly plain on the inside. So that's our main card. This piece I'm just pushing down as hard as I can so it stays down nice and tight. We have our little gnome and our saying here, so I'm going to just pop them both up on dimensionals. So let's see if I can get some of these off without the paper coming off with them, backing paper, which is really bad this batch, where the paper on the back is stuck to it really hard. And we'll pop some on him. It comes away on its own, but it's like it's not stuck to the backing on here very well. The way it's obviously been cut strange. Let's pop a couple of small ones on there around his feet area. Oh, come on. That's the one good thing with the Stampin' Up ones. They actually are really good in the fact that they do actually all the same height, and I love that. So you've not got different ones that are different heights, which is quite common with a lot of other brands, that unless you're buying all the one size, they're different heights, and it's horrid. I'm going to pop his feet just underneath that, like so. Now I've got some holiday rhinestones. I'm not sure if these are still available, but I thought these Night of Navy ones here would look really lovely on here, so I'm going to use one of these little ones just here, and then these middle size ones around the rest of him. There we go. And that's our card for today. Oh, that was pretty quick and easy one. I love it. I think that size is much better than that size, which is way too big for me. But if you wanted to do that by that, which is a 4x4, you need to have another ½ an inch on this side. So, or if you wanted to do it like this one as a 3x3, then you only need a 3.5 by 3 inches. So that's our card for today. I'm really pleased with the way that turned out. And it's another Christmas card. I've nearly finished all my Christmas cards by the looks of things. No, I'm getting closer. I do need to do a couple more birthday cards. I've got some birthdays coming up as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I will hope that you would like to, oh gosh, now I've got about it. I hope you like the project for today. If you would like the written tutorial for this, please head over to Diane for stamping, crafting and tutorials. Please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment if you've enjoyed this. Subscribe if you haven't so that you don't miss any more, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.